Hello and welcome. Today I want to talk about the power of focus. Focus on the numbers. Yeah, I'm talking numbers. That's what I do. It's so important to not bury your head in the sand when it comes to your numbers. Putting out spot fires, dealing with lurching from one disaster to another, or one challenge to another, one problem to another. It's no fun. Stressing out about knowing about whether or not you've got enough money to come in to the bank that's going to pay enough to pay the wages or the bills or the rent, whatever. That's not a way to run a business. It's not about lurching from one crisis to the next. It's not about lying in bed awake at night, unable to sleep because you don't know how you're going to pay the wages tomorrow or the rent. It's not about worrying every time the phone rings, being petrified that it's a supplier, somebody chasing you for money, for payment of a bill that you owe that's outstanding. It's not about having to do your invoices late at night when the kids are in bed or on a Saturday and miss out on your kids' sports days. It's not about working all hours of the night so that when you don't see your family and you miss out on important family events and going to see your kids at school doing at the play or sport or whatever it is. It's not about that. That's not why you went into business. You went into business so you'd have more time, more freedom to come and go as you please, so you could spend time with your family, attend those important events, be there, support them. That's what you did it for. You may also have done it because you wanted to do better in the world and make a difference, and that's important too. You've probably also gone into business because, hey, you wanted to make money. Yeah, I know. Fancy that. You actually wanted to make money. It's not a bad thing. Talking about money and making money is good. It's not bad. Abolish those thoughts that, money is a bad thing and money is the root of all evil and all those horrible things that we've perhaps been brainwashed about money. No. You have to make money in your business in order to have the cash flow to pay the bills, to pay the wages, to pay yourself, to have the life, to be able to afford time out with your family, to afford vacations, holiday time. That's what you did it for. That's what it's about. And to do that, you have to make money. And if you're making money, and even if you're not making money, if you're in business, money is all about numbers. And it's not about having to be good at maths or, fancy, mathematical calculations. It's not. Accounting's basically adding and subtracting, and occasionally we multiply and divide. We do the occasional percentage too, but, it's simple maths. It's not the complicated stuff. And as a business owner, you don't need to know how to be a bookkeeper or how to be an accountant. You don't need to know all the technical behind the scenes if you don't want to. You really don't. But you do need to know what those numbers mean and how to use those numbers to make decisions. So it's about focusing on the right numbers. It's about identifying what are the key numbers in your business that you need to focus on that will make a difference, that will make an impact, that will give you a different result. Doing the same thing over, you'll get the same result. Start looking at the numbers, start delving into the detail of those numbers, putting the focus on the numbers will make a difference in your business. I was talking with a business colleague just the other day, and he's got this awesome opportunity to grow his business exponentially. But the problem is, from the time he takes on the contract to the first payment is potentially 4 to 6 months. And in that 4 to 6 months, he's got to employ a number of people to deliver, to do the work. So he's got a cash flow problem. Doesn't have a profit problem. It's profitable. Absolutely, no question. Done the numbers, it's a profit. But he has a timing issue, a cash flow problem. He needs to pay the wages of a dozen staff for 4 to 6 months, and all the overhead costs of, rent of space and desks and chairs and computers and all, telephones, the whole shit match, all of that. He's got to pay that for about 4 to 6 months before the money starts to come in. He needs to focus now on how is he going to find the money to cover those costs. Whether that's borrowing money, whether that's doing some more business that's short-term money in the bank now on the other side of the business, what does that look like? Because he needs to find a way to do it. Otherwise, he can't accept the contract. And so some of that comes down to, do you have the right systems and processes in place? Do you have the right reporting in place? Are you focusing on the right key numbers? Do you know what they mean, how to interpret them, and how to make decisions? And one way to check what your knowledge level on all of that is to undertake my business barometer quiz. It's a short quiz, not a lot of questions, but at the end of it, you'll get a fairly good understanding of where you stand on your overall knowledge of the business numbers and where you perhaps may need some work, because it's important that you focus on the numbers. The power of that focus is massive. It will make a difference to your profit. It will make a difference to your cash flow, and it will let you sleep at night and be less stressed worrying about the numbers.